Welcome back to Joseph's Tropical Tanks in part 2 of how to get rid of ick. If you are new to the channel, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get inside of the video. And welcome back to part 2, guys. And here we are actually feeding some marine fish flakes with some garlic juice on the bottom of this cup, which will stimulate the fish to attack the food and to eat, even though they don't want to eat much with ick. I did feed this for about a week now. It is a little bit harder on the water, guys. I'm doing a little bit more water change, but I am noticing that the fish are all eating. And I do know I did overfeed the tank, but this is what you want to do, guys, when your fish are sick, especially with ick, because the ick does bring their immune system down. You want to keep the fish nice and healthy, and also you want to keep them with a good appetite. And as you can see, the purple fish is barely eating. So in this scene here, what we are doing is we are doing a freshwater dip. Guys, I was really skeptical about doing this because the last time I did it, I did not succeed and we did lose a fish. But with a lot of research, I am doing it again. We only did this freshwater dip for about 3 minutes. We did actually add probably about 22 tablespoons of copper in the 125 gallon. A lot of the fish did get rid of, the ick did fall out. We did do a water change, they were okay, but this guy is still badly infested. If you guys remember, in part 1 of this video, we are dosing it. I will have that video on the top corner of this video here, so you guys could click at and see what we did in part 1. So far, it's been about 9 days since this fish has ick, and I am noticing he's getting a little bit thinner and he's not swimming around as well, so I want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. I do know that the freshwater dip does help kill the parasite and also the copper as well. So after being in the tank for about 4 or 5 days at this point with the copper, I'm still noticing that he is constantly hiding. He's not eating as much. So we went and we did this freshwater dip. We did it for about 3 minutes and I got him directly back in the tank. He does hide for a little bit, but once he gets the fresh water out of his gills, you can see him start swimming a little bit better. Now, all tanks are prone to ick. They could get it just by moving them from one tank to the other. But once they stress out a little bit and they start calming down, you'll see how they start getting a little bit more healthy. This guy was doing okay until about a week after we got him. We noticed that he came down with an ick and he gave it to 2 of the other tanks, the blue tang and the selfin tang. But the copper did help a lot. The selfin tang and also the blue tang. If you guys remember in the first video, they were also just as bad as he was. Now in the next clip, I will be showing you guys this tank here is 100% ick free after about 3 days of having the copper inside of the tank. So the medication that we did dose did help. I do recommend it highly. At this point, the blue tang still has a little bit, but he is doing a lot better after just about 3 days of having the copper inside of the tank. Now, none of the other fish, thank goodness, caught ick. It was just the 3 tangs. In the next clip here, as you guys could see, it's been about 4 days. All of the fish are now doing okay, but the purple tang is actually getting worse. So I did want to do what I'm about to do here. We pulled them out of the tank and we are doing another freshwater dip. Okay guys, we are doing a freshwater dip. I am wearing gloves because taking this guy out, he stung me and I started bleeding. And I'll tell you one thing, that was the first time that ever happened to me with any of my fish, saltwater or freshwater, and it hurted. So here we are, we have this guy in a freshwater dip. Then you have your phone? I am going to start about a 5-minute timer with him, as we already did one dip and it didn't work out. So we're going to give this guy 5 minutes in some fresh water. So I'll keep you guys posted once I get him back in the tank. Okay guys, we just dipped him back into the tank after 5 minutes of freshwater dip. I also added a lot, well, not a lot, but a couple of teaspoons of copper inside of the water, the fresh water that he was in. We'll give this guy a little bit. I'm going to add an air stone inside of the tank just to give the tank a little bit more. But as you can see, the two tanks are coming by him just to check up to see how's he doing. I'm wondering if one of him is actually mating. But as you can see, they're really, really close to each other. I'm going to try to give this guy a couple of minutes to see how he does. Now in this clip here, you guys are able to see that all of the fish are 100% ick free. We was able to help the purple tang with the freshwater dip, adding copper inside of the bucket and having them swim for about 5 minutes straight. Exactly 24 hours later, as you guys could see, the fish is doing a whole lot better. He is eating a lot better. As you guys could see, he's swimming a lot better. And that pretty much brings our video to the end. Thank you guys very much. Don't forget to check out part 1 if you did miss out on part 1. I will have that video inside of the link. Also, I will have the solution that I use, the copper that I use inside of the tank for use if you are also having this problem. If you guys would like a shout out in my next video, do me a favor, comment on this video letting me know that you want a shout out, and I will shout out your channel in our next coming video. That does bring our video to the end. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time on Joseph's Tropical Tanks. Have a blessed one.